the barbell bench press. So probably one of the most common exercises performed in gyms the world over. Probably one of the first exercises anyone who heads into a gym performs in their lifetime. A few things to go over. So the setup of the bar, you make sure normally you'll have an adjustable pin there that you can change the height of the bar that you start from. Make sure that it's not too low. So if it's too low, you don't want to be performing half a rep before you even get into the set. Also, if it's too high, you don't want to be struggling getting one side off and the other side off, and then struggling to re-rack the bar after your set when you're fatigued. So make sure the bar is in a suitable position to start the set. Also, one thing to mention, usually the pin will have a little bit of play on it, so I can roll it to the back of the pin, I can roll it to the front of the pin. Make sure the bar's at the front of the pin before you aim to lift it off, so that you're only having to lift it over the lip instead of lifting it and then carrying it the whole way over the pin before you can begin your set. Then, make sure you're in the center of the bar. So, usually most bars will have a section in the middle that is cross-hatched. Use the cross-hatching on the bar to make sure that you've got an even grip on the bar. So for a standard bench press, you're looking for anywhere between shoulder width, so just taking your hands straight up to the bar, shoulder width, and then maybe another hand's width wider. So for me personally, unless I'm doing a narrow grip bench press, for me it works out about a hand's width wider than shoulder width, okay? After that, we will lift the bar off the rack, then set up. I like to make sure that I'm up on the top of my back, so my upper back, just where my neck meets my torso. I will be putting most of my upper body pressure on that and my head, so that I've got a little bit of daylight underneath my shoulder blades and my mid back and my low back. So I do that personally to allow for a little bit more movement in my shoulder blades. If I put my back on the bench, I feel like my shoulder blades are very much impeded by the bench. So I come up onto my shoulder blades so that I've got a bit of daylight underneath my back so that my shoulders can move freely. As I come down towards the body, I'm looking to keep my shoulders depressed into the sockets. I'm going to bring the bar down to around my sternum, to sort of lower rib area, and then drive back up from the bottom position. So I'll show you in an upright position so you can see what's going on. So I'm going to have this little arch just so that I've got some daylight underneath my body, so there's some movement, so that my shoulders can move more freely. I'm going to be in this position. So this would be elevated shoulders, this would be depressed shoulders. So I'm going to push my shoulders down in the sockets. As I'm coming down and bringing the bar down into this kind of area, like nipple area, sternum, somewhere between the bottom ribs and the sternum stroke nipple area. I bring the bar down, keeping nice control over it, depressing the shoulders into the sockets, and then as I drive up, I keep that, I drive my shoulders down and drive up into the bar, as opposed to letting the shoulders come up around the ears and kind of making it a really ugly lift. So bar, shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together as we come down, bar touches the body, and then I'm getting under the bar, driving up into the bar, as opposed to just pushing through the bar. I'm getting the whole upper body involved. One thing to mention about the elbows, you want to be coming down with them sort of in this chicken wing position, so they're back here. You don't want to be coming down into this 90-degree position. It's just not the greatest position for the shoulders and the elbows and whatnot to be in. If you do have access to a football bar, which is the round one with all the different bars coming down, sometimes it's quite nice to use a bar that has a 45-degree grip in there. Again, it's just a little bit more of an ergonomically designed pressing pattern. So if you've got one of those bars, use one of them. If you have to use a straight bar, then fine. If you're finding that straight bar pressing is aggravating your shoulders in any way, then maybe look to perform with dumbbells. Okay, so that's the barbell bench press.